to Hollow Knight, where it's been a hot minute since I last did Hollow Knight, but it hasn't been a while since you've last seen it. That would be 18, where I apparently did decide to do a lot of things. But also I am doing this in a little bit of a different way, where I have played this on my own and then I'm gonna voice it over because it's just a little bit easier that way. That way I can make sure that there's more content so then I can voice it over and it's just easier overall, hopefully. So the first thing I'm gonna go for is the shape of Un? I think that's how you say it. I don't remember where this is. Oh, right. So this fun little place that I was super confused about that is across from the Lake of Un. Didn't really know what to do with it, but you'll probably hear me say this in my part 18 thing, where I just started focusing a bunch on charms that I hadn't gotten, things I had gotten like the Nail Master arts and stuff like that. So that's a little bit focused, but not by much. I am still not doing 100% playthrough, maybe if I want to in my spare time, but this is literally just trying to be prepared for the final battle. Sorry. Yeah, but you basically have to crystal dash across this thing and then go down. So you need Isma's Tear as well, which some of this late game stuff, you need like 18 other things just to do this one thing, or to get this one thing. And what's even better is I'm probably not going to use this charm. I just wanted to get it. But yeah, also I've been watching all of this at like 4 to 8 times speed. So if I seem like I don't really know what to say, it's because I thought I wasn't going to have enough time to say the things. That is probably not true, because I have had it playing at 8 times speed. Now there are a couple of things where I skipped through dialogue because I wasn't really thinking. I was just kind of playing it through. But that's okay. Ooh, very shaky. I don't know why very shaky, but very shaky. Oh boy. Ugh, why shaky? That kinda hurts my eyes. I wonder where your Dashing is. Oh, there it is. Shaky make the thing. So there's a shape of moon, and basically when you focus soul, you can take on a new shape. And I just did some research about that, where taking on a new shape basically means you become smaller, which is not what I was hoping it was. I was hoping it was shadows. Also, there's gonna be a couple of cuts throughout all of this. Just because, like, it took probably... I condensed a 5-hour video into a 2-hour video, and then cut it up into 4 parts. So that would be 19 through maybe 3 parts. It's 19 through 22, however many parts that is. But I didn't make that one. I am going for Nail Master Shio, which I believe is my last Nail Master at this point. Where I was not... If you think that some of these sections in any of these parts recently are long, just wait. Because I'm fairly sure the full completion of the White Palace has something to say on that. Because I just finished that one. And, oh boy. You think... What is coming up? Because I wrote it on here somewhere. I have a notes page of things and what I was looking for and what I was getting at that time. So yeah. Some of the grubs, specifically in Crystal Peaks, which would have been in the last video. Yeah, you thought that was long? Just wait. Again, White Palace has something to say about that. Also, Dreamgates. Dreamgates are amazing. I'm fairly sure I also got that one in the last video. I did. Because I was looking for something else. But I did get Dreamgates, and Dreamgates are amazing. However, I mainly was putting down Dreamgates because I was terrified that I wasn't going to make it. And I really did not want to do all of this over again. And then I hit White Palace, which is a dream. So I don't even think you can put a dream gate down. I didn't try, but I don't think you can. Yippee. But this is basically dream gates are basically my safety net, but I'm kind of hoping that I can just kind of make it. I was testing to see if up there was a new thing. No, it's just an easier way to get back because backtracking is this game's sole MO. Because, of course, it is. But I was actually pretty happy with myself as to I didn't actually make this. I didn't have to die before making this at all. Minus the couple of times I died previously. But I definitely didn't die this time making it through. It was very nice. But yeah, here's Nail Master Shio, also known as Paint Master. I don't know how I get him to become the Paint Master, but he is currently Nail Master. He's very pretty though. I missed the text. Oh well, can't read that. This is what I meant, where I was like, maybe I was just speed reading it, or maybe it was coming in earlier. But, yeah. Also, I want to paint something like that, because that actually looks really cool. But, there's Great Slash. Hold X to concentrate energy into the nail, release the button up and down to perform a Great Slash. So my work doesn't move you, wielding a nail, something or other, because I just decided to click through this as if I was just playing this on my own. Yeah, there's a Great Slash. It's probably the last time you're going to see it happen, because, all the nail masks, all the, what do you call it? All the nail arts take way too long for me. I'm sorry, but they do. I would just prefer my usual magic and usual nail slashes to the nail arts because they just take too long. The nail arts take too long. Also, I almost hit myself on spikes. But yeah. And Crystal Dash makes everything quicker. You'll see me use it a lot when I know. I don't think it's the Abyss, but it's pretty close. Also, it's very dumb that the up slash does not work here. Come on, man. But I don't think it's the Abyss. It might be, though. Where I'm just constantly using Crystal Dash just to get across there faster because, good lord, it's a long place. Also, I've been... You'll probably hear me say this a lot, but I've been slowly, gaining coins because I need to see what someone does, which we will talk about in a minute. Troupe Master Grimm is about to leave for me, not for you. And we'll talk about it more once we get closer to there. Also, I promise, I may even stream it, but I am definitely going to record my voice with it, when I defeat the game. Because I'm going for true ending, which is no born or something. It's one of those endings. But I'm definitely going for the true ending. I have finally gotten Void Heart, which I got one of the white fragment in part 21, so check that part out if you would like to. Whenever it comes out. Because I finally got one of the white fragments. Didn't get the other one for a while, because I needed the Awoken Dream Nail. Which I also talked about. I talked about last video. Couldn't get It's 2100, I believe, to get the Woken Dream Nail. It's either 21 or 2400. Fairly sure it's 2100. Ah. And here's Sly. Didn't know this until I looked it up, but so another would join our group. I have a gift for you, warrior. As a shopkeeper, I admit parting with it, but a great nail sage, I must recognize your skill. You have mastered the arts of my remaining pupils. Wear proudly, Nail Master. Nail Master's Glory. It basically is supposed to increase the mastery of the nail arts so that you can do them a little bit quicker. And maybe that would make it bearable for me, but I have other charms that I like better. So, But yeah. Also, I thought I could read this quickly. Maybe I could read Shape of Oon if I really cared. Also, the form of Oon within the bear. Why does that make me tiny? What is the Oon? Yeah, can't read that one. Ah, passion, skill, and regrets of a nail master. Yeah. I was also... Yeah, see, like, that's super slow for me. Especially because a lot of these guys do not give you time for that at all. But here's Troupe Master Grimm. The tent on the beside that is something I will talk about, or have talked about. Where it's Joni and the Unbreakable stuff. But currently, still don't have enough money for that. I have enough money for the 1500 one now, but not the other one. Hello, Grimm. Dance with me, my friend. The crowd awaits. Show them what you're capable of. Or something to that effect. Also, Grimm sucks. I hadn't gotten a couple of things, so now, currently, I am just, like, flying through all of the areas. But, at the time, Grimm sucks, and I have no depth perception, so all of his attacks suck badly. Which is actually what confused me a lot about the White Palace, is that I am very surprised that I did so well at the White Palace because of how bad I am at depth perception. Go watch my Celeste playthrough if you don't quite understand what that one means, especially the later ones. Yeah, it wasn't just a keyboard problem. It was mainly a keyboard problem, but it wasn't only a keyboard problem. But yeah, here's Troupe Master Grimm, and I have not always, but pretty regularly, I have a certain level, like certain specific charms that I like. Also, if you'll know what this accordion playing kid is about, I found him. You'll know what that means later, but I found him. Do any of y'all know what that means? Also, if you don't want spoilers, maybe don't go in the comments for this one. But I am really curious and would like to know what his deal is. Because I am trying to figure out before I end this story arc. And I may just have to Google it. That may happen. Because I think his is the next one that I'm doing is getting coins, finishing out Joni, and then doing Grimm. Also, again, I die a lot during this one. And again, I was watching this at 8 speed, so sorry if this is a little boring. I didn't realize until recently. But at this point, I have edited a 5-hour video down to a 2-hour video plus a little bit. It's actually probably over 5 hours. Which is always fun. I'm also doing this for Watch Dogs, but Watch Dogs is a little bit different. Where, for this one, it's a linear-esque story where Watch Dogs is not, so I could be playing for 10 hours and only have half an hour worth of content. It's kind of a, bubble. I get better at this bubble thing. Better, not great, but better at it. I do not get better at that one. I'm still not great at that one. And also, I have noticed recently that the timing of these things looks really slow for y'all. Like, watching it back, I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally telegraph where his movements are going and watch what he's doing and be like totally prepared for all of the things. But in the moment, he does this really quickly for me. So I'm not always 100% sure where he is, what he's doing, what attack is coming next. And since he has so many that do go very quickly, I never know. I forget what the gunfly one is that I have on. I don't think it's useful in this fight. So it's hilarious that I have it on, because that means however many notches that one requires is useless space. I may be wrong about that, but it may be. Also, you'll probably realize that for a couple of videos, it's got random music on. And then for later videos, it has the actual Hollow Knight music on. Hopefully. We'll see. OBS has a new little feature I didn't even realize where, or maybe it's not new, it's in beta, so it seems new, where you can actually split your audio. So you don't have to, like, you can split source audio, so you don't only have to do desktop audio, like how I've been having to do it, and why this does not have any Hollow Knight music to it. But it's actually got, like, it's got game music, and you can split certain tracks, so I currently have Hollow Knight as like a gain capture, and I can pull audio from that specific one so that I can mute the desktop and then keep the game audio. It's very nice. Oof. Bad shadow dodge. Yee. But also, I always try and heal where I can, and in some boss battles you cannot heal. They go way too fast. Which is always fun. But for this one, it gives you a certain point. There are... I will let you know now that I have gotten up through... what is it called? Awakened Dream now. But that was only due to boss battles, and for either one or two of them I cheesed it. I did not cheese all of them. I cheesed a couple of them though. I also love his little friends. I think that's gonna probably be my thumbnail. That's probably gonna be his little friends. Which, actually, where's my pen? Because I think that's a great idea. Only because I have been finding that some of my thumbnails I feel are really good, and some of them are not. Some of them have much left to be desired. So, which I feel like my problem is too busy. Like, there are some that look great and some that look way too busy or way too, like, weird. Like, more art school, like, freshman year art school, and some of them actually look good. So, I'm trying to follow what I did good and keep what I didn't, and it may work, it may not. I'm not honestly not sure. Why did he dash into me? That seems rude. Go away. There we go. I also love the little guys that are clapping. That's also, I love the little lanterns. I think I have my thumbnail. Also, my mic is falling, so sorry if you heard some of that. It fell, and now I have to hold it for a second, so you might actually see it a little bit on camera. Did not mean to do that. Whoopsie. Also, love how I'm already back at the health that I was. Actually, less now. And I cannot heal in between these attacks. There is just no way. So, that's fun. I don't know how many slashes it takes to get him. I don't even remember if I actually win this one or not. I think I do. But again, you think Grimm is long? Just check the White Palace. There he is. There he goes. I'm also healing just in case he decides to pull some BS. Cause, you know, I would feel like he would. Oh, he bow. I bowed too. As much as I can. Hello? There we go. Bravo, my friend. Hear how the crowd adores you. They have not seen such a show in such a long time. Snap. Look here, how our child has grown, nourished and strengthened by the heart of our passion. The two of you will feature in many tragedies and triumphs, and so our great ritual nears its end. Will you continue to harvest the flame, even though now you surely see the path it illuminates? Something about Scarlet, my friend. Go out into the darkness, harvest the last lingering embers of the kingdom. Grand performance. And I get a charm notch. We like charm notch. Bye, Grimm. Yeah, I don't know what that ritual actually is, but I don't know. There may be two things to this. I'm honestly not sure. But hello, friends. And then we have one more thing to do. Actually, two, maybe. Yeah. Two more things. This also has to deal with him, where I have already died to it a couple of times by the time you see it now. Hence why I was fighting my own shadow. It's one of the lights is right here. Well, right here-ish. And I don't want to fight him on these little pillar things. I think I try to here, and it just doesn't work. There we go. Fighting him on here is a lot easier. Didn't realize that that lingered, so that's always fun. Ow. You know, it's very rude when you hit me with my staff. Also, there's a longer fight of this soon-ish. Not in the next, like, 4-ish videos, but, it's soon. Where I end up having to do a worse version of it. Ow. Okay, I don't win that one, but I think I win the next one, maybe? And now I have to go all the way across and all the way down. But it shouldn't actually take that long to get there. But I like to get some soul before I go because it's just easier. And also, why did I run into him? That was dumb. Yeah, at this point I have realized how to avoid them. But I have to avoid the spikies too, which is very rude. There we go. I forget what this is called, but maybe it's called Deepness that I have to use Crystal Dash a lot for. I don't remember. There we go. Now I'm on a platform, so at least I have some space to run. But he's annoying, and he doesn't allow me to get near him much, so fighting him is just a pain in the butt. So half the time I rely on my little buddy, and half the time I'm just trying to fight him, and it's annoying as crap. Especially because he runs the same ability in two different ways. He shakes, and it could be fire, or it could be like a dot thing. Also, that pause, I'm fairly sure, was because I was trying to deal with my pup, or something to that effect. So, yeah, it didn't last long. If anything lasted long enough, then I would see it. But since I'm usually watching this I'm probably watching this one at like 8 or 16 speed, so it pauses randomly sometimes, so I don't always see like everything here. And yes, this fight is very long. And I don't have long-ish fights really in the White Palace. It's not really a thing. I don't know why I didn't heal there, because I had just enough time. I like living on the edge, or maybe I didn't even realize. It's probably that I didn't even realize that, I was on low health. Like, he does pant and stuff, but that does not mean a thing when it comes to these. Because sometimes I don't notice, like, the small stuff when I'm trying to focus on the boss. And sometimes, like, the darkness matters, but a lot of times it does not. Flame consumed. Cool. Yeah, and that's basically what I did there. Also, double jump makes that so much easier than what I had to do when I only had like a single jump. So I do remember having to fight through that one. And it's doable. Annoying, but doable. Also coin grinding. I'm not coin grinding here, but I am coin grinding currently. So if you have any good coin grinding spots, or I guess it's geo, but geo grinding spots, let me know. Because I'm about to have to look that up, because the way I am currently grabbing geo, it's going to take me 15 million years to do it, and it's a pain in the butt. And I'm sure this is not the only thing I need geo for. So, you know. Also, half forgot where my, where the stag station was, which is great. But here we go. Also, I like saving a lot of places. I'm sure y'all realize that through Kingdom Hearts. But I like saving. Saving's good. Saving's amazing. I'm so glad I have Dreamgate now, because theoretically I can just save my progress and not have to worry too much about other things. As long as I put it in the right spot. There is an enemy that I got recently where I just never found, or I didn't have the right spot a lot of the times. Which was always fun, but as long as you find the right spot for them, it's great. Also, I am fairly sure I'm a little lost here, because I'm fairly sure that I do not have my compass, so you'll see me flip to the map a lot, so sorry if it flashes, but I am trying to figure out constantly where I am, so that I don't have to have the compass on me at all times. Which Dreamgate does help that a little bit, because then I can see, like, I put it down, and then I can look on my map and see where I am. You'll see, I'm fairly sure speedrunners do that a lot, where if they have Dreamgate, they'll just use that instead of compass. Sometimes they may never get compass, but if they're, like, you can see where my golden spot is, and you don't have to worry about, like, where, like, you are and stuff. Like, it becomes a lot easier. And you have to get certain things. Ow. I didn't have to get hit there. That was just apparently a choice I made. But yeah. So I'm actually down here for a very specific reason. I'm getting revenge. Because if y'all remember before, Mantis Lords was very hard for me. Like, extremely hard for me. I sucked at it. It's terrible. So, I decided a rematch was in order. When I was actually stronger. And oh boy, was I right into just waiting till I was stronger. Because, that made all the difference. If I remember correctly, it takes me 1 or 2 tries. Maybe. I may be wrong about that, but if I remember correctly, it takes me like 1 or 2 tries. And even here, like, I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna make it, especially because I do not remember their moveset at all, which is always fun. But yeah, it's very nice. When you finally defeat something, that was stupid, but when you finally defeat something that, like, plagued you in an early game, or early-ish game, and you watched a lot of people that you super admire, like, that play video games, you watch them just beat it with ease. But no. It's like, I can beat it too. And I think my big problem was that I could not heal during these two. Like, you just can't. There is no way that you can actually heal during this. Also, that was very dumb. I don't know why I chose to do that, but that was very dumb. I may have taken 2 attempts for this because I honestly don't remember. But as soon as you get down to 1, it's not as bad. Like, you're fighting still pretty hard, especially when you're on 1 health like I was. But, you know, beating it first try the second I came down here, it felt very good. It felt very good. So don't worry if you can't beat a boss at a certain level in the game. You may get it later. And while some of them may be in logic, theoretically, don't worry. It'll be okay. I'm sure Mantis Lords were in logic way before I actually defeated them. But defeating them now makes it feel so much better. And you also get one of my favorite newest charms. I am waiting for me to actually find it though. Because this is the entrance to whatever area it just said, fungal wastes. But I am currently looking for a certain thing. I think it's down here? I don't know. Yeah. Like, I can't quite figure it out right now, but I will find it in a minute. I know that for a fact. That I will find the piece that I was looking for. I'm fairly sure you have to defeat Mantis Lords in order to find it. But once you do, you can grab it. And also, there was no reason for me to fight them because I'm constantly hitting them because currently I am worried that they are going to hit me back. They won't. I'm fairly sure as soon as you defeat Mantis Lords, they will not fight you anymore. You do not have to worry about that. So I came over here to grind. And quickly realized that just felt too bad. Like, I don't feel bad when it's enemies that I have to fight anyways, but I feel real bad when it's enemies that I don't have to fight. Yeah, I'm still trying to find the certain item that I have. Which... yeah, it doesn't take me much longer to find it. There we go. Yeah, see, they bow to you now. Like, you don't have to actually worry about them. But it's... there we go. There it is. Welcome to the Mark of Pride. It extends your nail by a significant amount. which is amazing because I like that. I like that ability, and that's just a bunch of Geo. But hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully this content wasn't too annoying or too bad. Let me know what you think about it, especially when I'm constantly having to do other things or when it's super cutty like this. Like, you may not see the cuts all that much, but it is still very cutty, and if I was talking it'd be more. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys!
Yeah.